Hey people, Imperial 53, Razihel. Look, it's hard to say the name of this map. On the blue team we have Laur with a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support. Fights in melee combat begins, there it is, with a refractor shield. Alongside is Zeno with an Apothecary, support hero that fights in melee combat by default begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. And rounding off the blue team is Razihel with a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist that can infiltrate and disrupt some powerful offense and a bit of support too. Red team, Common Soldier is a Mekboy, a teleporting hero that fights in ranged combat, puts out some good damage and has a bunch of orky gadgets. Alongside Zeno is another Apothecary, and we have Firzen, I'm going to say, with a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. Some Black Legion, maybe it's Firzen, I don't know. Lictor Alpha is skulking around, gonna pick a fight with the heretics, I think. We have double termagants, we have triple guardsmen up here for Laur, triple shooters on the way for Common Soldier, and just some tactical marines in the mid for the two Apothecaries. Doom bolts hits pretty well on the termagants there. Former Gaunts getting in amongst the CSM, doing quite well, you know. Did they get a model? They did get a model with the help of the termagants. Here comes the Apothecary of Zeno to help out the Tyranids, and it's Orks fighting Space Marines in the mid with some tactical marine help for the Orks too there. Can you get another model, Mr. Apothecary? Doom bolts number 2 misses badly. Lictor Alpha did mess him up with a flesh hook prior to that after forcing off the heretics, I think. Scouts there backing away. They're inside the health regen aura of Zeno's Apothecary, so they're all getting some nice health regen boosts. Even the Orks, if they get close enough. 488 to 500 very early on. 2-to-1 cap for the red. Apothecary on Apothecary action. I think Zeno already healed themselves recently, so they're not going to win this fight. Although, backup is arriving. You know what? This is enough backup, I think. Just need to make sure you don't lose this Apothecary needlessly. Looks like they've got away. And now Zeno needs to limit death as much as they can. I think they've already healed, yeah. But the tactical marines did not drop a model. Red team are going to cap the mid. Meanwhile, west side. Oh, Laur lost 2 of their guardsmen. Good grief. It's a lot of Dakar. There are 4 shooter boy squads, which is pretty insane. Trying to split and shoot this Lord Commissar here. Nob leader on the way for these fellas. And that's the only Nob leader. There he is. He's got a twin link shooter, which shoots more. May not be immediately obvious, but the central area is raised. There isn't much in terms of game mechanics tied to elevation, but it does like increase your travel time as you're going upwards and that kind of thing. And you could get caught in these little places too. My keyboard is freaking out. There we go, it's working. It's alright, you guys. Zeno's got an assault squad on the way. These guys just heading towards the mid, I guess, to contest it again. Heretics are capping. Might see a grenade on them. There it is. And there's no response, and they are wiped out. Just little bits of heretics now. Did it level them up? It doesn't level them up. Flesh hook on the sorcerer. Heal did go in there to save him, I think. Warrior Brood up here for Razihel. And we have the customized Stormbolter for Zeno. Going straight for the VP, I think. Yeah, it is tearing through the red team there. Got onto it pretty easily. Should be able to get it back and maybe get onto this power. Looks like they killed a tactical marine. Got double CSM for Firzen, but are they going to replace the heretics? They can't quite yet. They might go straight tier 2. They're quite close to it in terms of power. Some dead Orks, some dead guardsmen, as you'd expect over on the west side here. So Laur did replace some guardsmen. Need to get, 4 shooter boys, get a heavy bolter up. Mekboy could teleport in to tie it up, I suppose, but I think it's still the right play. In fact, there's electric armor suggesting he is going to teleport in and mess them things up. Bash the node and then just left it. You're going to cap it, guys? There we go. Termagants are going to cap it. We do have toxin sacks up for both of those. Still kicking off towards this side. The red Orks putting pressure on the VP. Red team's Orks, I should say. Those guys are in heavy cover. And yeah, it's a bad firefight. Firzen. Those guys weren't in cover properly, and it was only light cover too. So I'm not sure why they stood there and took that fight. They did kill one of the Tactical Marines with help from Zeno's Tactical Marines. I'm not sure why that massive geode is only light cover, but there you have it. There's full auto on the Sorcerer's face. How long it lasts, that's pretty crazy. It's like a 4-second stun or something. Couple of hits there. It'll be okay. And the Tyranids are here to reinforce. The Assault Marines jumping in. It's a risky jump though. Upgraded Hormagaunts and Warrior Brood and a Lictor Alpha all in there. And there's Pheromones, I think, released. Yep, from the Lictor Alpha. 447 to 469. Sanguine Chainsword up here from Zeno's Apothecary allows him to brawl a little bit better, but that's a lot of Tyranids to try and deal with. Assault Squad dropping a model. I assume they got a heal along the way too. Purification Rites is up, which does help in big melee fights like that. Looks like 2 Assault Marines got away. Shotgun Blast came in a good time. That's John running off. Zon, I'm going to say. They only have Scouts and Tactical Marines. They are floating like crazy here. 900 wreck, 160 power. Need to go tier 2, buddy. Here comes a Blood Crusher from Firzen. One of them. The Sorcerer. 446 to 467. Pretty close on VPs. Been relatively even. I don't think this quadruple shooters is going to work out, because this is so much upkeep. But once you get, you know, Terminators and stuff, and Carnifexes starting to hit the field, what are they going to do? Just need to let them die, I suppose, at some point. Apothecary gets flesh hooked and now he's dead. And change in an instant. Blood Crusher is going to hit the field and should be able to do some work here. Should be able to do some good work. So Lictor Alphas can drop Venom Broods in tier 2, but they need to be a tier 2 for that, obviously. Not sure how much red it is, but I assume 183 is enough to drop them. Decent special attack there for the Sorcerer. There's Pheromone again. Allows the Tyranids to reinforce and debuffs enemies. Blood Crusher gets a good special. Needs to go after the Warrior Brood to get those Synapse Explosions. CSM being tied up and dealt with. Need to run away. There we go. But they can't really touch the Blood Crusher here. Blood Crushers have vehicle armor. They're demons, so they benefit greatly from worship. Although Firzen doesn't have any way to worship them. No heretics. And they're going after Termagants rather than the Warrior Brood. That was a good special attack though. Killed 4. Can he finish them off? Maybe. You know what? It might be worth just chasing them back into base here. Yes, Razihel can drop a Venom Brood, but just tie them up or charge away. I think the Blood Crusher should just chase them back here. 446, 437. It is risky though. I don't know what else, what the other players might have in terms of AV and stuff. They can't see what we can see. Assault Marines jumping in just to look tough. Nothing was there. Lord Commissar's persuaded to leave. He's got his Power Sword and he's got his Carapace Armor too, which buffs his Inspire Courage. Does have a Heavy Bolter. Going to help controlling all these Orcs, although if they split up like this, makes it harder. Here comes a Blood Crusher and some Assault Marines. Blood Crusher doing 90 odd DPS, heavy melee, but no splash damage on that guy. And a Dreadnought on the way for Firzen too. Maybe it's going to be a Mark of Khorne. They can teleport around. We do have a Venom Brood up here for Razihel and Gene Stealers, so maybe they were called in. Got some black Gene Stealers here, looking pretty cool. Chimera. Those Devastator Las Cannon Fodder just piled inside of it. Allows it to reinforce and transport allied infantry. Big flank here from the Tyranids. Orcs pushing up way too far. I don't know why. It was the Chimera. What are you going to do? Once they got inside the Chimera, it should have just backed away. I guess they were going for a power bash, but it was unlikely to work. Big retreat there then. Blue team are out in force. Big Purification Rites heal from the Apothecary. Knocked everything back. Allows him to escape. Dreadnought now getting shots. Blood Crusher goes down. The Venom Brood. And what else is in there? The Las Cannon was getting shots maybe. The Warrior Brood with their adrenal glands also getting hits in. 401 to 429. Lictor Alpha gets a special and then leaves. Red team coming back strong. You have double Markov Zinc CSM for Firzen. And look at them piling in on the Tyranids. They should be attacking the Venom Brood. Dark Flames goes in as well. That is nasty. Big squad wipes for Firzen. Tons of XP for the Sorcerer there. Got up to level 4. And that's a really bad end to that engagement. Although, takes out the Chaos Dreadnought of the blue team. So both teams have heavy losses here. That was full auto on the Sorcerer momentarily. Frantic stuff at the beginning of Tier 2. Plasma cannons for both of the Space Marine players now. Chimera's done well since they hit the field. Orcs should be dealt with here. Yeah, they can't really do anything to the Chimera. Do have their Nob Leader though, those sluggers. So red team coming back out. Firzen needs to, I say, get some Havocs up. But we shall see. I always say it, set up teams are a pretty good way to recover in a 3v3. Not that expensive, can have a big impact on the game. And are especially great around a contested VP. Warrior Brood on capping duty, those guys take out the node. Took a lot of Daka doing it though. Triple shooters here. It looks like they lost one of the shooter boys, but they do have tank busters up now. Common soldier. Ogren's on the way for Laur. The Commissar's down. Plasma cannon hit. It's a pretty good one. Stone Guard veterans taking a big brunt of that. Apothecary's trying to cap. And it's going to get it. Even though it's knocked back, he was close enough to the VP to continue to cap there. Warrior Brood and Lictor Alpha going after some Orcs. Up goes a Capillary Tower. This is 2v1 though against Razihel. They don't have a lot. Feeder Tendrils up and Pheromone. Needs to be careful. Yeah, it's going to skulk away, maybe wait to get a decap on the VP. Ogren's with their Nob Leader now. These guys are a melee unit, but they do have guns. And they smack you with the guns. Heavy melee damage too. Must be a hell of a smack. Plasma Cannon misses. Have they seen the Ogren's? Maybe they just saw the Ogren's, that's why they backed away. This is a lot of Inferno PvP damage from these CSM. Really bad news for heavy infantry. What am I hearing over here? Oh, these guys. Tank Busters trying to go after the Chimera. They have the more Daka Global, which I think increases the damage of Tank Busters. Ordinarily, it lowers your cooldown. Missed the barrage, and here are Ogren's to persuade them to leave. A couple of shots from the Ripper gun, and they were like, nope, out of here. Red team have the mid. Blue team have taken a natural though. 2-1 for blue. Lictor Alpha couldn't deal with all that stuff, and in fact goes down. They're going to retake it thanks to the teleporting Mekboy, who has a beamy death gun. Look at this, Land Raider Redeemer on the way for Zon. That feels like quite an early Land Raider. They do have some anti-vehicle tank busters. The beamy Stone Guard can do their anti-vehicle stuff, but not a huge amount. Firzen still hasn't got anything else up after losing the Dreadnought and the Blood Crusher. They might just be going tier 3 here. I think they are. Lots of Daka for the Ogren's to try and tank. They can shrug off piercing damage quite well since they're super heavy infantry. But the Sluggers certainly did a lot of damage to them there. Basilisk Flare to shut down the ranged weapons from Laur, one of the global abilities of the Lord Commissar. Tank Busters, with their range reduced, couldn't get any shots there on the Chimera as it left. Are they going to chase it? I don't think so. Meanwhile, in the mid, look at this damage on the Warrior Brood. Holy crap, couldn't get a single attack in, and they dropped a model on retreat too. Those guys, oh, they took out the Lictor Alpha. Hold on, fellas. Got some Vanguard veterans here from Zeno. Plasma Cannon misses. I guess it was getting shots though on the Stone Guard. Level 3, the old Stone Guard. Level 2 Vanguard veterans. 2200 hit points. Using their Merciless Strike to stop the cap. Well played. Grenade goes in. Hits them quite well, actually. I say retreat. Or back away, or jump away, or something. Don't want to drop a model here. Get 22 red for killing a Vanguard veteran, I believe. Shotgun blast on them. Can they get a model? Very brave scouts. Here comes a Land Raider Redeemer, fellas. They did drop one model in the end from the frag assault, I think. Chimera is still around. Razihel has gone tier 3 and needs to buy some stuff. Needs a little bit more power for a Carnifex, which I imagine they are saving up for. Maybe a Neuro Throat would have been better though. Zeno does have Terminators up. Now that they know the Land Raider's there, they're probably going to get the Cyclone Missile Launcher to try and deal with it. Common Soldier also tier 3 could get some knobs up soon. There is the Cyclone Missile Launcher, 50 power for this thing. It's good. It is good though. Especially against large, super heavy vehicles like the Land Raider. Barrage is dodged. Ogren's trying to counter-initiate on the sluggers there. The Chimera lives. That's a good plasma cannon shot. Just bits of orcs. Lictor Alpha got in amongst the plasma cannon in the background there. Got rid of it. Red team, can they hold now the mid against the Land Raider, against the Ogrins? Carnifex is coming out from Razihel777. Plasma cannon levels up. And not a scratch on the Land Raider. Literally took no damage there. Common Soldier, very close to a nuke. That could set up a push against the Land Raider. These guys got the barrage off, but not a lot to follow it up. Oh, we have the Chains of Torment from the Robes of Torment of the Chaos Sorcerer. Ogren's down to 2 models, but they have actually... Oh, down to 1 model. They have that done really well. They've helped Laur hold against the Orcs. Did not retreat back to the Land Raider though. He needs to set that as a retreat point. Lictor Alpha goes down. Sorcerer barely escapes. Got to level 5 though. Here's your Carnifex. Gone for the very popular Barb Strangler. Fantastic weapon. There it goes. Boom. And that's why. Massive bursts of damage. Instant suppression. Good damage to all targets. It's really good. Does lose the melee resistance. So perhaps a Knob Squad. Oh, here they are. Could run after it. No upgrades for these guys yet though. It is expensive to fully upgrade a Knob Squad. And I feel like they're going to need to come in at an angle, because otherwise they're going to get suppressed by this. Carnifex are going to be knocked down by the Plasma Cannon, and the Land Raider does have that frag assault. Oh, that was the Emperor's Wrath raining down on those Chaos Space Marines. None of them died though. They are quite high level. It's a really fun ability. It's also 50 power, I think. Blue team sitting pretty on the mid. Is it time to shift focus onto the natural VP? We have some mines here from the mech. Oh no, they are from the Lord Commissar's Global, those mines. Not from the mech. Might see the super tough beam to help the Knob Squad out. And they might need it to approach here. So even if they do come in from an angle, the Ogrins can go after them. They'll win the fight against the Ogrins, but obviously they want to get to better targets like the Land Raider. Ogrins might be able to get some special attacks and stuff and knock them over. Venom Brood dropped in there from Razihel, you just saw. Instantly coming under fire from the Marco Zinc CSM. Barb Strangler. Look at the target here for the Barb Strangler Carnifex. So many infantry units together. They're trying to cut out the central area by using this big shot blocker here. I assume this is a shot blocker. But they're running into big old Barb Strangler shots. Look at that. Oh, there's a rocks. Onto the plasma cannon, really? I think they're trying to take out the bunker as well. It should deal with the bunker, I think. Yeah, bunker's down. Plasma cannon survived, I think. No, it didn't survive. It went down. Still, I don't think that was a very good use of a nuke when there's a Land Raider. When you know there's a Land Raider, why would you not save it for the Land Raider? Unless you know you could do tons of damage. Scouts! Shouts Firzen. Why? Here are the scouts. Oh, they want repairs? Doesn't need repairs, the Predator. Not sure why they yelled scouts, but it seemed like a Chaos Sorcerer thing to do. Just yell scouts. Do these guys have their aspiring champions? One of them does. Ogren's pushing on through. They have done this really well, actually. Counter-initiating when they need to, and when they push off. Every time they push off the red team, it seems like the Ogrins are pushing through and doing some extra damage. Couldn't quite get onto the power. But it's not like the other team have got onto the enemy power, have they? I don't think so. Looks like they've taken some damage here. Lord Commissar is now level 3. Trying to yell at some Space Marines to do stuff. Would Space Marines listen to a Lord Commissar if he yelled at them to do something? I don't know. Probably not, I would say. It's not an Inquisitor or something. Frenzy up on the Orc squad, on the Nob squad I should say, but they are super isolated it seems like. There's a Imperial Abyss from Firzen. I mean, it's a decent place to put it, but there was no real pressure on the Land Raider at the same time. Leman Russ pushing forward from Laur. Has the Vanquisher and is in a little bit of trouble here. Stone Guard chasing it. Marco Zin's Predator tank chasing it. Couple more shots and it's going to be done. Can they get the last shot? Oh, I think the Beamy Death Gun got the last shot, but they did get a Leman Russ down. That's a big deal for the red team. Dealing with that Leman Russ. Stone Guard veterans trying to cap with their 50% faster capping. Lord Commissar, so much blood coming out of the Apothecary, got him down. Oh, that's kind of got a direct tilt on the Lord Commissar there. Needs to put his shield up and run, but did not. Stone Guard did get the cap. Well done, red team. I mean, the nuke did facilitate the cap there. It forced this stuff to push away, or back away, I should say. So maybe it was a good nuke. Maybe you shouldn't always judge a nuke on what it kills, you know. Sometimes it opens up plays for you. Chaos Predator goes down though. I'm not sure what they were trying to do there. You had the VP. It's time to back your tank off. That ran it into a las cannon there. A little bit sloppy from Firzen. They're struggling to preserve their units. Aside from those two CSM, they're doing okay. Level 7 Sorcerer too has the Tome of Subjugation. Both of the Apothecary players have Terminators. You have some subjugated Ogrins. Going to tear up their own guardsmen momentarily. They've now apologized. The CSM again are way too far forward, I feel like. Zeno trying to help out where they can. Okay, they've backed off now. And there's the Chains of Torment. The Ogrins are going to take so much damage here. Crazy amounts of damage. Level 4 CSM, both of them, that's why. And they both have aspiring champions. Not sure what Firzen is saving for. Maybe another tank. I would get some Havocs up here. Get 2 Havocs up. You know? Get a las cannon and an auto cannon maybe. Or maybe even 2 las cannons. You are fighting Imperial Guard, which could mean way more Leman Russes. Look at these CSM trying to fight the Chimera. They're going to get it. Yeah, the Mekboy got it. But yeah, weird usage of those guys. I would have kept them back, I think. March of the Carnifexes begins. We have an unupgraded Carnifex and of course the Barb Strangler one still here. Lack of las cannons for the red team here. Oh, Mekboy went down as well. They got the Mekboy. So yeah, they're kind of hurting for anti-vehicle at the moment. Did you guys have the Power Fist? No. Oh, looks like they killed the Lictor Alpha though. Trying to get the natural VP. And that's what he should be doing. Pushing up that side with Lone Hunter perhaps and trying to get it. Mines dropped in from the Lord Commissar. Full auto on the enemy Apothecary, so they both have the customized Stormbolter now. Level 8 for Zeno and level 8 for Zon. Doesn't this get more powerful per level? Not you. Purification rights, yeah. 3 damage per level. So at level 8, doing 24 more damage, almost doubling the damage. Not bad. Lord Commissar with his shield up capping. Should be down really to get some energy regen back. Take out some capillary towers, fellas. It's 3 red. There we go. Jump in for a merciless strike, then run away. Fair enough. They are repairing the Land Raider, but it takes a while. So can the red team push against this? I think they're going too central again. They should be using this flank a little bit more. Maybe putting some pressure on the VP too. To try to draw Laur away. Try to draw the Ogrins away. 291 to 199. Here's the push. Nobs leading it. Popping their frenzy, but they are being disrupted there. They didn't get suppressed by the Barb Strangler because of frenzy. But you can still knock them over. That was a shotgun blast. I'm not sure what that knockback was. But they got wrecked. Tyranids formation going in from Razihel. Blue team retain the mid. Oberyn's pushing on through, taking a lot of damage though. They are now in retreat, and have they set this as a retreat point? Looks like they have. Looks like they have. 291 to 175. The second Marco Zinch Chaos Predator now for Firzen. Wow, those CSM are really close to dropping models there. Firzen now has the Rod of Warpfire too, a level 9 sorcerer, you know. Done a bunch of work, just can't preserve their units super well in this game so far. Some CSM dropping. Only 14 red for a Chaos Spaceman, it seems kind of low. But I guess Tactical Marines are what, 18 or 15? Forget. Capillary Tower is destroyed. No more Lehman Russes for Laur. They've got some Kasrkin up though. Here they are. Pretty fast on their feet, Kasrkin, which I don't get enough credit for. Grenade goes in. It's a good grenade because they retreated right back into it. But they did get a decap there. It's well played from Common Soldier. Lictor Alpha still down on the other VP. 291 to 153. Vanguard Veterans jumping on in. Chopping up some guardsmen. There are plasma guns around though. Level 4 guardsmen too. Trying to fight these Terminators off the cap. Zon has double Terminators now and tons of resources. Look at this. Don't quite have the population to get a tank or something. I could get some Devastators up, I think. Charging in the Carnifex with Thornback on it. And that was some friendly fire from that plasma cannon. Yeah, Nob's got to have been dealt with quite well so far. There's that super tough beat. No sign of it. Would help them out a lot. It is really expensive though. And I think maybe they'd rather get some more knobs. But they just can't. They're losing so many models of the shooter boys that it's really restricting their requisition income to get more knobs up. And they're losing knobs on most fights too. 239 to 153. Blue team's natural has been decapped. Vanguard Veterans, I think, responsible. Another Carnifex on the way for Razihel. This one's pretty low, but it didn't get chased. Did not get chased. That's a Thornback. Level 2 Thornback. This is not a good fight for you guys with the Barb Strangler Carnifex there. Why are these Terminators? Oh, right. They're just split up weirdly. Seem to keep the CSM in fights way too long, but they always survive. These guys getting their aspiring champion again. Got some heretics up now. 197 to 153 on the VPs. A Lictor on the way for Razihel. Really powerful tier 3 Lictor. Looks like they missed the Emperor's Wrath. Commissar sad. Loves the Emperor's Wrath. Kazakhstan is doing okay. But can they get on the VP? They need to. I think like 2 players maybe should push this side. Try to make the Land Raider move maybe. Or at least make Zon send some stuff over there. Uh-oh. Ogrins have found a tank. Got very close to it. Not sure why the tank came over here. You can't cap with it. Just to see what's here. Maybe it might go down. Level 3 Ogrins chasing. And it does. Big misplay from Firzen. Could have walked out of trouble as well. The Sorcerer, I think. Where is he? Well, might have warped it into more trouble, but it would have survived the Ogrins at least. 192 to 126. Land Raider being chased. A couple more shots will do it. Are you going to shoot Mekboy? Oh, one more shot. There he goes. They got the Land Raider. Well done, you guys. I missed most of it. Looking at the tank being chased by Ogrins, but they got it. I guess the Nob squad had a good push, and the Mekboy finished it off. Maybe a good Cyclone hit as well in there. And instantly, Zon has enough to just replace the Land Raider. This is another questionably used nuke here from the red team. Don't think that was the best usage. 177 to 123 on the VPs. Red team are trying to get this done. It's those CSM taking so much damage. Grenade goes in. Are they going to wipe? Oh, they wiped. I thought they were going to survive at the end of the game. Level 4 CSM go down. Needlessly too. And they didn't even get the decap. Did they? I don't think they did. No. Wouldn't have been capped that fast. Land Raider Phobos on the way now for Firzen. One of those words. Level 4 Vanguard veterans. Really good at hunting down the Lictor Alpha actually. Carnifex with a decent special, but Nob Squad are on it. Going to use the charge to get away. There we go. Blue team back on the mid, and they take it. The second Land Raider is going to hit soon, but it's a triple cap for the blue team. Baneblade is up here for Laur. He can like patrol between the natural and the contested VP now with that Baneblade. Phobos might be too late to get onto the field. There's a Rocks. Good placement for it. Got a couple of good hits on the Baneblade, but nothing really to follow it up. 1-to-1 cap. Here comes a Zone Throat for Razihel. Perhaps to help heal up the Carnifexes. Oh, Apothecary went down. These guys need to run away. There you go. Yeah, Common Soldier was never able to get anything else on the field after the Nob Squad. Feels like they've been on the field for like 10 minutes and was just never able to get enough requisition together to get anything else going. Well, Slugger's just died, so there's some extra requisition income for you. Just freed up some upkeep. Shooter boys run off. 170 to 66. The center of the map is just a wreck now. Complete bedlam. Apothecary, is he level 10? Must be, yep. Both Apothecaries are level 10. And the Sorcerer. Level 6, level 4, level 5 for the others. Go get our base, fellas. They got the 1-to-1. They need to put some pressure on that natural. They've been trying to. They have been trying to. Here's the Phobos. It's a Land Raider with twin linked las cannons on the side. Sponsors much more of an anti-vehicle Land Raider. Going after the Redeemer. Big chunks of damage there. Nob Squad backing off for some reason. Level 3. They are super tough. Over 5,000 hit points on those guys. Scouts are never going to be able to get that decap. Very brave scouts. Give them some power armor. Oh, maybe not. They're dead. Oh boy. Emperor's Wrath is so fun. Oh, there's an orbital. And look how much they've split it up. Well played. That's how you use an orbital. You split it the hell up. You cover so much ground with it, but most players don't. Should have put it more in this direction though, I think. It did take up the bunker. 2-to-1 cap for the blue team. Nob Squad did go after the Land Raider, but it was backed off and they were dealt with. CSM barely escaping. Terminator's taking on the cap, and they might have enough hit points to just brute force the decap here. In fact, I think they do. Can they get a full cap going? Vanguard veterans backing away. There's Angels of Death, giving them 50% damage resistance. Rocket run. Angels of Death stops the knockback though. Gives you full knockback immunity. And they got the cap, you guys. 169 to 17, 2-to-1. There's another Nob Squad on the way finally for Common Soldier. For some reason, there's 2 Phoboses in Firzen's roster, which is not right. Roster bugs. Plague Marines on the way. 159 to 17 on the VPs. I don't know if they can hold though. Blue seems to have a Baneblade and a Land Raider and double Terminators and a whole bunch of nasty Tyranid stuff too. This is the Thornback, it's now level 3. The Barb Strangler is level 4. Been around for ages, it feels like. Apothecary Res, yep, there's Laramans for all 3 blue heroes. Took down one of the Carnifexes. That was the Thornback one. Got that tunnel vision where you just chase and chase and chase, not wanting to turn around and take shots. Here's some Plague Marines. It's the tier 3 Lictor going for the decap. Oh, and that could give them the triple, and that could be enough. It's going to be a double at least. Red team running out of time. Big Demolisher Cannon shot gets those guys out of there. Yeah, they've run out of time. There it is, double cap at the end. Look at the resources that Zon had. Just look at his heroes. Level 7 Lord Commissar did some really sweet Emperor's Wrath hits. Zon's Apothecary. Very, very steady game from this player. Got the Land Raider up, played it cautiously, had the double Terminators there too. Really hard to push against. Razihel, Lictor Alpha. I mean, as Tyranids often do, lost a bunch of their tier 2 army, but recovered well. A bunch of Carnifexes, some Zone Thropes, and did put pressure on the VP here. Wasn't always successful pressure, but they put the pressure on. Common Soldier's mech just couldn't get that second knob scored up quickly enough, and I think should have done a little bit more to come in, tried to come in at angles rather than just head on. And the Mekboy maybe could have got the super tough beam too. Zeno's Apothecary here. Again, pretty steady. Couldn't preserve quite as well as Zon, who had the Land Raider and stuff. And Firzen, a level 10 Sorcerer, who didn't care too much about the preservation of his units. They're mere puppets and tools for him to use. But did some work, for sure. Tome of Subjugation, a bunch of disruption and control, and there you have it. It's a fun game. Look at the state of the middle here. Just death and destruction. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.